The billboards around this great city have proclaimed this to be Austin's biggest weekend ever. And now, from the Circuit of the Americas, it is time for the main event. This is Formula One, and it's race day in America. F1 returns with a 54-point gap in the Drivers' Championship in the state where they claim everything is bigger. This is a Grand Prix of huge consequence for the World Championship. It's 5.5 kilometers, 3.4 miles, 56 laps on the board for today, around the 20 turns with an elevation climb of 30 meters. Defining meters for who takes home the largest trophy. The battle for victory is less than 5 minutes away. It's the C4, the C3 and the C2 tyres available for the drivers in the field. When you use the Pirelli rubber is going to be so important on a day that just feels intense from the off. This is how they line up. The 19th Grand Prix of the year. George Russell, after that big crash in qualifying, starts from the pit lane. Liam Lawson has a 60-place penalty, but starts in 19th. Classic Formula One, that. Zhou Guanyu dropped down again, changing a component. Lewis Hamilton had his worst ever qualifying day around this circuit. Goes from P17. Valtteri Bottas is a former winner around here. Franco Colapinto is out in Q1 for the first time since his debut. Alex Albon is 14th on the grid, next to Lance Stroll. We move to 12th position. It's occupied by Esteban Ocon in the Alpine. Without the updates, Nico Hülkenberg does have updates on his Haas. Lock up at turn 1 cost him in qualifying. Yuki Tsunoda in 10th place. Sergio Perez did not have a legal time in the session, starts in P9. Kevin Magnussen, really impressive here, chasing Haas's best ever result in a Grand Prix. If he finishes in 8th, he'll do it. Fernando Alonso is next to him as well, his best start here since 2017. Best start of the season for Pierre Gasly. Oscar Piastri is alongside him, and then it is Charles Leclerc and Carlos Sainz. Ferrari, a package that are causing so much speculation. What can they do from the second row of the grid? And for the 6th time this season, Max Verstappen shares the front row with Lando Norris. And the US Grand Prix is underway. Max Verstappen's going to give himself an opportunity into turn number 1, but he sends Lando Norris wide, and through goes the Ferrari of Charles Leclerc. First and second battling each other, and they open the door for the driver in the Scarlet car. He rolls through, up 3 places. Carlos Sainz, does he go super brave? The answer is yes, but now at his favourite opportunity of all of them around the circuit, he's tried to go by to turn 15. Lando Norris got a decent launch, but we wondered whether Max Verstappen was going to make that lunge. Come what may, here was the answer.
I mean, you never really have to wonder with Max, do you? He's going for it, but it was that strong start from Leclerc that got him on the inside of Carlos going into turn 1.
Clearly pushed me out. He had no intent to make the corner. Even he ran off the track, so...
And that was the original yellow flag. Ocon getting spun around there. The Williams just had Hamilton making a move up the inside. Albon getting into the side of Ocon, and around he goes. Yellow flag in sector 3. Oh, big lockup!
Off the road goes Lewis Hamilton. Lewis Hamilton out of the US Grand Prix, heading to turn 19 of the circuit. Let's listen in.
Almost identical to what happened to George Russell.
This is on board with Liam Lawson, the driver who currently occupies 12th position.
Not being bullied by Fernando Alonso in the slightest.
Oh, spin there. Round goes Zhou Guanyu, and he was in a great position.
Liam Lawson, Fernando Alonso back at it again, down into turn 12.
And the two that were arguing yesterday, continuing the conversation. 5-second penalty has been awarded to George Russell for forcing another driver, Valtteri Bottas to be exact, off the road. Into the pits comes the Ferrari driver to say goodbye to the medium tyres. Ferrari deliver a sub 3-second stop.
Big defensive move.
And looking for the inside, finding the inside, Franco Colapinto on the hard tyre, waiting for the last possible moment. The World Championship leader is into the pits for a high-pressure pit stop, but it is surely going to be track position for the Scarlet Ferrari that goes past the start-finish line. Here's Liam Lawson, who's finding himself now in 10th position because he's got past Pierre Gasly. And the man who has 6 Grand Prix to shine in Formula One improves to the point. How brave can he be in the braking zone of turn 12? He puts the car on the outside line, off the racing line that he wants to be. There's an opportunity. The two contenders again, separated by hardly anything. Max Verstappen on the defensive, Lando Norris on the attack. They both go off the road. Norris moves ahead for the first time since lap number 1, but he did so with all 4 wheels off the road. That one surely will not count.
Overtook me outside the track.
They're still defending. McLaren are going to risk the penalty. They're still attacking each other. Did Lando Norris get ahead on the braking zone? Was he forced off the road? We go on board with Lando Norris, and leaving the track and getting an advantage is under investigation for that moment. Lando Norris has a penalty. It was all about Max with the sprint. Lando took the pole, but Sunday, another masterclass from Ferrari's favourite son. Charles Leclerc wins the US Grand Prix.
And that's my boy, another win. Let's go.
It's all about this man out front though. Charles Leclerc, a Grand Prix winner for the 3rd time this season. It was a great battle between the top 2 in the World Championship, but it was resolved in Max Verstappen's favour. 354 points to his name, extending that advantage over Lando Norris, who's on 297. It is still McLaren out front, 40 points ahead of Red Bull Racing, with Ferrari closing in.
Charles, congratulations on the victory today. I want to take you back to that start and when things kind of just opened up and you saw the potential to take the lead.
Yeah, I mean, it was. I kind of expected that this was going to happen. I knew that Max would go all in into turn 1. I knew Lando will try and do absolutely everything to defend to Max, and so I went a little bit wider in entry to prepare the exit, and that was a winning bet, which helped me quite a bit for the rest of the race, because then I had free air and we were very, very fast on that first stint. So then it was all about managing the gaps. A lonely race, but I hope we can have other very lonely races like this in the future, because it's a good feeling.
Incredibly happy for the team and the team effort to get in a 1-2 and so many points for the constructors. I think that's the priority number 1, and congratulations to Charles, obviously, for a great drive. From my side, I feel like I've been very quick all weekend. I've been on it. I've been doing everything I could to win this race. Unfortunately, we got a bit blocked at the start, and then we had a couple of issues during the first stint with the power unit. And then, even though I was very quick on the hards and I was the first to pit, I just lost too much time at the beginning and I couldn't get it back. But I'll take the positives and keep fighting.
Yeah, I think overall, it was quite a tough race. I didn't expect it to be that tough, but we just struggled a bit more on the tires. I just couldn't really attack compared to yesterday, and we were just lacking a bit of pace. But I think overall we just did the best we could. We managed it till the end. Some good battles with Lando out there, hard battles but fair, and it definitely was a lot of fun.
Yeah, I mean, clearly I didn't give the position back because we thought we were in the right. Clearly we weren't. I still think we were, considering Max went off the track. Normally if you defend your position and you go off the track, you have to give the position up. In that case, I was ahead. I kept my position because he needed to give it back. And that's the way it is. So I think I did the correct thing. But I don't make the rules. Max drove well. It was a fun race between us, good battle. And he defended well. He did everything he had to do.
I had a great start. Obviously shot up the inside and got up to 12th. And at that point I was on that lap. It was only the second lap, so it was like I'm not flat out. I'm not pushing, particularly just trying to manage the tires. And the car started bouncing on the way in, and then I lost all load of the rear, and it just went around on me.
It's generally just been such a difficult weekend, and on a circuit where you normally go so well. How do you kind of reflect on the difficulties you face, and how will you face that next challenge up in Mexico?
I mean, George had the same issue yesterday in qualifying, as you saw, in the same place with the update package that I have, and obviously he's on the old race floor today, so it's maybe looking hopefully a little bit stronger for him. But yeah, I've never spun in the race before. Right. Not that I remember, at least. And if I have, it's can only be once maybe before in all these years. So yeah, definitely frustrating. But I do know that it's not that I wasn't focused or anything. It was just unfortunate.